Hey everyone, Marinor here. So today we're going to be looking at the realistic Minimus-7 speakers. These are a bit of an oddball when it comes to loudspeakers, just for the simple fact of they're a realistic branded speaker, which, if you know anything about realistic, was the in-house brand of Radioshack. And, well, the only realistic speakers you will actually remember are the Mac 1s or the Minimus-7. You don't you don't hear of the 77s or the 5s. These are the ones most people will think when you think realistic. So what I'm going to do, I'm going to open them up and we're going to have a look inside. Of course, mainly open one of them because they're actually pretty hard to get back together, believe it or not. So I'm going to move this bugger out the way. Oh, they're actually pretty heavy too. As for the specs, they're rated for 8 ohms and 40 watts max. I have no idea what the RMS rating is, but yeah, I can easily put 20 watts RMS into them. Not a problem at all. Got a little quality control sticker down there. They got little push terminals. It's a bit of a problem putting in any heavy gauge wire. You got a wall mount. Not that you'd want to wall mount these. They're actually bloody heavy speakers. So let's start with this woofer. I'm going to take this bugger out. Tell you what, it's bloody hard doing anything after a gym sesh. Oh, goddamn. So, if you haven't noticed already, the entire cabinet is made of cast metal. It's very solid. They weigh over 1 kilo each, considering their size. That's a fair bit. I'm not gonna lie. All right. Screws out the way. Alright, let's take this driver out. It's sitting there really well. Something's not right. Oh, it's just good. Alright. Check out that little bugger. Yeah, they're not screwing around, are they? So there we go. That is actually it's very heavy. I don't know if it's just because my arms are like jello at the moment, but I've got what was that, maybe a 0.75 inch voice coil? Man, that's actually pretty damn beefy. Made in Japan, apparently. The back of the cabinet says Proctitani, blah 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 blah. Oh no, manufactured in Japan. Oh shit. My other ones were made in Taiwan. But yeah, I mean that's a pretty significant sized driver. I am very impressed with that. No wonder they can put out so much bass. Alright, we're going to put you aside. We're going to have a look at this tweeter. So it's a 1 inch. It's silk dome. We'll see if it comes out as easy as the woofer. Oh, that's a no. We'll try the other one. Okay, that was loose. It's the problem with these types of screws, and being metal with no thread lock at all, is that the screws become easily loose. Now, I don't think there'll be a neodymium magnet on this. It will be a ferrite. Because, well, neodymium just wasn't a relatively largely used speaker material back then. You coming out? You are, aren't you? Come on. What the hell? Ooh. Alright, look at that. Man, that's not bad. That's pretty decently sized. It's very thick. I mean, that's the tweeter. That's the woofer. I mean, that's actually pretty good. All in all. Got a bit of tape going around there. So it's actually quite a thick enclosure. It's like maybe 4 mil. There's not very much space in there for the woofer, all things aside. So the whole front is a foam gasket. Alright, let's put this tweeter back in here. You definitely got to give them props for build quality. I mean, Realistic was just a in-house brand. And normally when you think in-house brands, you don't think of anything real special. I certainly don't anyway. I mean, I did have a Tandy store where I used to live when I was younger. I remember going in and gawking at all the electronics, going, oh, I wish I could afford all these. Like 8-year-old me was, yeah, quite in love at the time. Alright, I'll take you out the way. Let's have a look at the crossover. So we've got lots of foam there. Let's see if we can pull this out without breaking anything. Alright. So we seem to have a pretty standard, is this with the woofer? Okay. So it's a first order crossover. No, it's not. It's a second order crossover actually. So the woofer is just getting a straight signal. The tweeter is going through an inductor and a 50 volt port, 4.7 microfarad bipolar capacitor. That actually looks like it's being replaced. What brand is that? It's a HS Procon. I've never heard of that type of capacitor in my life. But the fact that it's not glued down like my last pair seems to make me think it's been replaced. But, yeah. As you can see, it's a nice cast cabinet. I mean, that's very cool. I really like the design of these. There was a bigger version of these, the 70, I think it was a 77, but they ditched the nice silk dome tweeter for a cone tweeter. It just didn't sound as good. And the woofer just was not as chunky as this. Certainly, the only thing I don't like though is there really is not much space for the driver. A slightly bigger cabinet for these, I think, would help with low extension. Because, yeah, trust me, they do suffer with that. But for a little satellite, man, they're bloody good speakers. I find them to be a little bit harsh. Let's put this back in. I do find them to be a little bit harsh in the upper mids. Don't get me wrong. But overall, I do like how they sound. I think they're a fantastic speaker. I would have liked to have heard the Mac 1s. I have a feeling they would be kind of wobbly though, because their 15-inch woofer's got a very undesirably sized magnet on its woofer. Unless it's some amazing Y45 ferrite or something, I don't believe it's going to be very clean sounding. Also, you'll find these screws are a pain in the ass. You've got to get them lined up just right. Otherwise, you'll never you'll never get the screws in. You'll just thread the crap out of it, ripping the screws up. See, like that there? Yep. No good. Try a different one. Try again. And look, goes in there perfectly. No problem at all. It's almost as if the screws match certain holes. So, yep. So I just spin it around top. And eventually, it will grip in. There we go. But that's the Realistic Minimus-7. Size-wise, they're actually about the same size as the Bose Cube. Not much bigger, not much smaller. They have covers. Unfortunately, mine are missing part of the Realistic badge, but we'll stick this back on. I want to clean the covers up because that doesn't look very good, eh? But yeah, that's the Realistic Minimus-7. Quite impressed with them. If you can pick up a pair of these for cheap, I totally say go for it. I would say maybe 50 to 100 bucks is what they're worth. I know they were only like $79 when they were brand new. The value of them seems to have gone up quite a bit, so getting another pair of these is going to be quite hard. I actually have 2 pairs of them. The other pair are a Korean-made version, and they're just nowhere near as good as these. But these ones are the Japanese ones, and yeah. I wish they put an RMS rating on them. but they haven't. The only thing that concerns me about them is how different these are on them. From what I was told, these are a matched pair, but I mean, the stickers look different, for one, like where they've put their catalog number and the logo. Well, you see here it's different, the logo's different. Maybe someone just reprinted out the sticker. I'm considering doing that, but yeah, I don't know. Anyway, oh, and I don't know what these are for. I have no idea what these are for. Anyway, that's the realistic Minimus-7s. Thanks for watching.